I was on with my dear friend here in D.C.
Yes.
Who has a podcast, and he said that the story of the weekend's Tiger Woods, and I said, hold on.
I'm with you. I know where you're going.
The guy that's number one in the world, who's won 3 of his last 5 events, shows up and wins. That's the story of the weekend. Now, if you want to tell me the overarching headline was Tiger, I'm not arguing. We certainly, our ratings benefited. I'm sure CBS's will have as well. And Tiger is a massive story. But Scottie Scheffler winning is the headline, and rightly so. You win, and you're the headline.
Well, I'm with you, and I figured, again, who better to have on than you to tell me who this guy is and where all this came from, right? I mean, middle of February, nobody had any idea that this could be happening.
No.
Right?
Here's what's interesting is that, and God, these last couple of years, because of the way things have happened, and it's so easy to forget when and where and what, right? Because it's just this fog. And in November 2020, when the Masters was played then, I went over. No one was there. It's empty. And I went over to introduce myself to Scottie because I hadn't met him. But prior to that, in August at the PGA Championship in Harding Park out in San Francisco, he played brilliantly and was in the final group. And it was just obvious that even though he was new to the stage, he just, something about him, the way he carried himself. He was young, but he felt mature. Not, I don't want to say old, just felt very mature. And so I just walked over, and he was coming off the 18th, and I said, hey, and we BS for a few minutes. And I just said, man, you're going to be out here a long time and have a blast and be great. You're going to win a ton. And because I said it because I thought it. And he hadn't yet. And then in Phoenix he wins, and then he wins in Orlando at Bay Hill, and then he wins a match play, so that's a completely different deal. And now he wins a major. And so I think in the game, Rich, people thought he was a dude. Like, he had it. He was going to be a guy. And then in the Ryder Cup, too, I don't want to miss that. He dueled with, I think, John Rahm there and beat the then world number one and just put on a show. And so at every turn, he's shown that he had the goods. But for it all to happen at warp speed, and to ramp up to number one and then win as world number one and to win the way he did, that's the kind of stuff that makes you have to really stop and ask, all right, well, what are we talking about? What type of trajectory are we on? Trajectory. I can't do it.
Trajectory.
Emmy nominee Scott Pelt can't say trajectory.
We're all together. I'm there for you.
I want you to see the sentence structure.
Yes,
what kind of a trajectory are we on?
Well done.
It was like an Elmer Fudd thing that happened there.
Mm-hmm. We got through.
Stuck. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is he's good, and he's really playing some good golf, Rich. I want to tell you.
But again, like I know he's from Jersey, right? And he's a Longhorn, like I guess many other terrific professionals who wear green jackets are, right? And so, right?
Texas kid, like the story goes that he used to show up at the golf course wearing long pants in the summer because he wanted to carry himself like a tour pro, and that's how he visualized himself. That's how he saw himself, and kind of spoke it into existence, if you will. I mean, it's just the way, and this is. I'm not in no way is it critical. It's different. I really like Colin Morikawa. He lives in Vegas. He's not flashy. He's incredibly composed too. Guy from Cal, really mature. But I think he's got a little bit. There's just a little bit more something, a little more, and not style, but just maybe feels like he could be got a big personality that he can show you. Right, a bright smile that lights up a room. Justin Thomas, he's got a whole bunch of swagger and on a big stage, loves it, wants to strut on a big stage. Scottie Scheffler feels more like a guy that's just sort of gives you a nod and a smile, and not a whole lot more. He's about the work, and the results speak for themselves. It's not unexpected that he's won, but look, no one expects someone to win 4 out of 6 starts and go from not ranked number one to a pretty strong grip on it.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.